What constitutes Kabaka's land and what differentiates Kabaka's land from other land tenures? So, if you want to understand what constitutes Kabaka's land, you need to understand that this land dates back to the 1900 agreement. So, when you look at the 1900 agreement, this is the time when Buganda was still colonized, or I would say Uganda was still colonized by the British, and Buganda being part of Uganda. The colonialists, one of them, made a survey of Buganda land and discovered that Buganda was seated on 19,600 square miles. So, you get to find that this land that belonged to the Buganda was divided into three. So land was distributed under the crown, and also land was distributed to the Kabaka as well as individuals and institutions. Now you get to see that 350 square miles were awarded to the Kabaka for his welfare and other things. And then you get to find that 9,000 square miles were given to the crown. You get to find that 8,000 square miles were given to individuals and institutions. I could name a few individuals, like, for instance, Apollo Kagwa, King Daudi Chwa, his mother, the mother of Mwanga, very many people, to mention but a few. Institutions like churches were given this land, and this is where you get to find that the 8,000 square miles of land that was given to individuals and institutions is now private Milo. And when you look at Kabaka's land, we refer to it as official Milo. So, when you look at the period of 1962, when the white man left, or when we were no longer colonized by the British, you get to find that in 1966, when the late President Obote came into power, this land was stripped away from the Kabaka. Hence, this land was now managed by Uganda Land Commission. But upon restitution of the Kabaka, this land was returned under the Traditional Leaders Restoration of Assets and Properties Act 1993. So the 350 square miles, when it was returned, His Majesty the Kabaka of Uganda appointed a professional body to manage this land. And this is the professional body today that we refer to as the Buganda Land Board. So the Buganda Land Board has been managing this land since 1994. You get to realize that furthermore that there was an agreement signed in 2013 between the President, His Excellency Museveni, and the Kabaka to return some of the land that was not able to be returned during the restoration in 1993. So some of this land included the land at Bulange, the palace at Mengo. You get to find that some of the land that was returned was already claimed and it was already titled. So under Buganda Land Board, there is a system in place called Wetukile. This is where they get to recognize people who obtained land and went ahead to even obtain land titles. This is all I had for you for today when it comes to Kabaka's land. One thing you should know, that the difference between Kabaka's land and the other tenures, yes? The only difference is that on Kabaka's land, you can only own a lease title, meaning this ownership of yours will always be subject to Kabaka's legal ownership of this land. So he will always be the landlord on that land. So you can't own that land in perpetuity. Unlike other tenures whereby you buy this land, you own it forever, and you can become your own landlord. Well, if you're still watching, thank you. I do not take it for granted. And if you haven't yet subscribed or followed, depending on where you're watching me from, please subscribe and follow. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Until next time, bye.